position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the UNLV Rebels, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Powell with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start us off. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the UNLV Rebels offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sundays.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful with how they try and defend these two quarterbacks. David, this one could come down to which guy has the ball last.
Yeah, which is really, really cool. A big showdown. They know what's on the line. Man, these are two huge names. You know, brand versus brand. Big-time baller versus big-time baller. Trying to come out on top. Yeah, defenses, I feel bad for them. That's not what this is about. This is about the QBs.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. All right, guys, let's chat a little UNLV. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their opponent, but the rest of the conference who the top dog is.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on fourth down in his own territory. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
There are not a lot of head coaches that I think are willing on their opening drive to go for it on fourth down, especially in that kind of field position. But this head coach ain't scared. He believes in his running back. He believes in his offensive line to go pick it up, and that's exactly what they did.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Takes a hit as he fires. Working that left side now. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. What a nice job getting rid of the football, not only avoiding the sack, but getting the nice gain.
And taking a shot, getting hit as he throws it, showing some toughness, but going through his progression, he couldn't find anybody open, finally went to his running back, got him the football, and he did the rest.
Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down.
You know, the RPO game now in college football really puts the defense in a bind, and it forces them just to freeze a half second as they try to distinguish between the running back and the quarterback. Who's keeping the football? On that play, it was the running back, and he made him pay.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Phelps. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And how about that? That's already the third target this guy has had on the opening drive of the game. He is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Right on the money. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Man, it doesn't get any better than that. You script the first 10 plays, that was 10 plays. That was perfection. That was a touchdown. That's called good scouting, being ready for the football game, and executing to a T to start this game off.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Longhorns offense has the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority number one.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense.
There he goes. Out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. A big pickup here as they try to put together a scoring drive.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Caught behind the line. It's Savage. And they pick up just a few on that completion. And the Longhorns in the hurry-up. Back to pass on 2nd down. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Rebels. The defense putting points on the board.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. The RPO, it's complete. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
Really good job hauling that pass in. You know, I know Texas is a place a lot of people think about great DBs, and they've had a lot of really good running backs, too. I think the receiver position is one, though, that they want to build a legacy around. This guy right here, he's really stepping up in this game today, and he's the guy that Longhorn fans, they need to keep their eyes on for years to come.
The Longhorns now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Quick release by the QB. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9. Wants to throw it. Pressure coming. Trying to find the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Oh, that may be it, and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And this QB starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. Holden finds his man on the left. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Horns up and ready to hook him. Serious noise on third down in DKR. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on breaks into the open. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. I'll admit, I wondered if they were just lining up to try to draw them offside.
Oh, me too. Whenever you line up in your own territory, you're thinking, oh, you're just going to draw them the offside. A lot of times, by the way, it gets the defense to kind of relax for a second. But you can tell they had a plan ready to go. They knew they were going to be aggressive.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and UNLV has the edge. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. So first down here as they go back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Great running backs consistently make people miss, and he did a really good job of breaking one tackle, but he couldn't do it to the next, and to the next, and to the next. The offensive line going to have to do a lot better job, giving him some more space so he can get out in the open field and make some plays for this offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw, it's Phelps. Right down the middle. It's caught. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Rebels are on the move. Handoff from the shotgun. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
And the Rebels are at the line looking to convert on third and short. On third and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It would have been a 45-yard field goal attempt from here, but they'll go for it instead. With the line of scrimmage at the 28, this would be about a 45-yard field goal attempt. They're going to keep the offense out there on 4th down. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, you were already 2 for 2, and now you're 3 for 3. So offensively, this is just a day that ends in Y. It's another day at the office, continuing to go for it on 4th down. And guess what? Continuing to have success.
The Rebels with the 1st and 10. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's picked off, and that's number 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. He'll pull it down and run. He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. Back to pass. Throws to the tight end. Soft spot in the middle. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. Wants to throw on 1st down. It's complete to the left. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. There he's striking distance at the 37.
And running backs who can add to the passing game, they can be so dangerous because once they get the catch, they're operating in much more open space than they would be on a handoff. And it really also tests the linebackers' coverage ability and those DBs' tackling ability.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll run play action. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. It's complete to the right. The stop is made right at the 36-yard line. The defense coming up big on 3rd down. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. Splits the uprights. Good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so easier, and he does right there.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UNLV is ready to go back to work on offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
The play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. The pressure on him, and the quarterback goes down, and that's how we'll wrap up the 1st half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Rebels will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And he's coming out of the end zone. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Texas offense. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
If you're going to play football, you have to be able to mix up coverages. You can't just sit back in the same thing. How about the zone blitz? Catch him off guard. It looks a little bit like man, but I blitz a linebacker in there, hits the quarterback, gets him on the ground. He didn't even know what was coming to him.
The Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Gets it past the marker. He's loose at the 30. He was loose and setting sail, and they stop him at the 6-yard line. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. He'll keep it himself. Touchdown, Longhorns! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option. You've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself in for 6.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Rebels offense is back on the field. Got the quick completion. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Here comes the offense on second down. The inside handoff. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Looking for a man. It's Phelps. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. The Rebels will punt this one away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Here come the Horns. They've got it again on offense. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time. They had a much better field position this time around. To the ground with the back. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. The Longhorns moving quickly to the line.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Got his man. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. Trying play action. Makes the grab. Turning it on. Finally brought down at the 31. It's a pickup of 15 yards on the play, and they've got a first down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Man, the quarterback threw that ball hard, too. And I know sometimes when you're throwing an in-breaking route, you want to get it to your receiver quickly. But when you try to strain and throw it harder, oftentimes your accuracy is what suffers. And you saw it there on the incompletion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. The give to the back. Stuff on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Wide open downfield. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The give to the left side. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Using the quick game. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exit. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UNLV ready to go back to work on offense. Didn't get anything done. 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Dropping back, it's Phelps. They're working that left side. Oh, he's got some space. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Rebels come to the line in the hurry-up. There's no need to panic or anything, but this would be a really opportune time to put something together and try to take control of this game.
And sometimes you just come out as the favorite, and you're a little bit flat, and you expect to win. And sometimes that leads to slow starts, but I think if they can get that passion, that adrenaline, they get a little fired up right here, I think they'll take care of business.
And they just got to make a play. They just got to get something positive to happen here, sort of wake them up, and then put another play back-to-back, and all of a sudden, they get that momentum going. We know they've got the dudes. They've got the studs on both sides of the ball to win this football game. It just needs to start with one spark.
They'll ride the hot hand. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Spits it out to the back. Oh, he makes the catch. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Rebels come to the line with a new set of downs. Handoff from the gun. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's the handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Looking to pass. It's Phelps. Throws to the back. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on third down in DKR. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Makes the grab to the 15. He gives him a fresh set of downs, and this one will be 1st and goal from the 6. They absolutely had to have that third down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the third down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Second down, he'll throw it. Big guy smells it. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You've got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You've got to be aggressive, and you've got to make tackles.
If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. Slams it ahead. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you've got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Paul.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. And the Longhorns are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Feet in the end zone, looking to fire. Takes the easy one to the back. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The clock continues to run, and they'll be happy to wind it all the way down before they snap it. Look out, he's got room. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He has 89 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And this one isn't over because the defense still has 3 timeouts left. But, man, that clock is ticking, and they can just run the football up multiple possessions. They're going to need something magical to happen. They're going to need to start stripping at that football, create some turnovers, and get lucky down the stretch.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. And the Longhorns headed quickly to the line.
Great job by the offense there, getting the first down on the ground, staying in bounds too. So if you're on defense here, you might want to start thinking about using your timeouts. You've got 3 in your back pocket, but trailing, you've got to start using them.
Right back to the well. Shakes off the defender. They are ready this time. Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and after that big run, the defense answers. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. After those last 2 plays, let's see if they can get it out of reverse on 3rd and 18. From the gun, running back on the move. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Longhorns will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Offense at an empty set. Might be calling a hot route. Looking for a man. It's Phelps. Bringing the heat. He's going to run it. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. Offense lining up quickly. Looking to fire. Going for the big play. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
Quarterback extends the play. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. Defense couldn't quite hold its water, and it'll be 5 free yards for the O. This offense has a 1st and 10. They are flat bailed out by the defensive penalty. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's moving out of the pocket. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And incomplete on the deep ball. This quarterback desperately wants to make a chunk play, but they're going to be deepest to deepest, widest to widest. He's got to be patient.
No doubt. Situational football is probably one of the most underrated, untalked about things, like understanding the situation. I have the lead. They have to take shots down the field. I'm going to play pass. I got to rush the passer. I got to keep you in the pocket. All those things come into play throughout this game.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. Quarterback may change this route. Back to throw. It's Phelps. Snagged out of the air. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the 2nd half. It's 1st and 10. The throw to the outside is complete. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. just keep firing. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
Well, they're not able to hook up on that throw, but they need to score now. This juncture of the game, this late in the game, they need a touchdown, they need an onside kick recovered, and they need to score again if they're going to win. The sense of urgency is just off the charts.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. It's complete. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time, when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it.